The performance of the ads in your Google Ads campaign are extremely important and can make the difference between a campaign that drives high revenue and a campaign that loses a lot of money for a business. Now, a good indicator for the performance of your ads is the ad strength that Google gives you. Now, if you're not familiar with ad strength is a grading that Google gives your ads to give you an indication of how those ads have been set up and whether or not they're best suited to get high performance in your account. So we're going to go through that in this video. Just to introduce myself, I'm Philip from Optimize Lab. I help companies in order to get the best possible results from their Google Ads campaigns. So to start off with, when you're inside your Google Ads account, on the left menu here, there's the option for ads. So if we click in and open that up, I've got an example here, and just to say I've blurred out a lot of the information here just to protect the confidentiality of the client this account is for. But when you open this up, you're going to get all of your ads appearing here, and you're going to see this column here for ad strength. Now, there's a little bit of an there's some information here to explain what it is, but essentially ad strength is Google's grading to tell you how well your ad is set up to perform. So you've got a grading anywhere from poor to excellent, and you can get an average or good rating in between. And if you want your ads to all have, if possible, an excellent rating, you can see in this account, for example, these ads here are excellent, but there are some average ads. Now, it's important to realize that ad strength is not the be-all and end-all when you're reviewing the performance of your ads. If you have a lot of data for your ads and you're seeing those ads have, for example, an excellent click-through rate and a very good conversion rate, then even if the ad has a low rating, that ad may already be performing very well. However, the ad strength can give you an indication of which of your ads need improvement in terms of adding things like descriptions and headlines in order to improve how that ad will perform. So it can help you to identify those ads that do have a low click-through rate and that aren't converting very well, and then to see how you can improve those ads. So once you've identified an ad that has an average rating, what you're going to go ahead and do is click this pencil icon, and that's going to allow you to edit the ad and then make changes to improve the ad strength. So I've actually got an example open here. So this is just an example ad, and you can see here it's saying at the top ad strength poor. So Google's judgment of this ad is that it doesn't have a lot of the attributes needed to get a high performance. And it'll actually indicate here what you can do to potentially improve that ad and increase the click-through rate, increase the conversion rate, and then also get a higher ad strength rating. So we can see here it says add more headlines, include popular keywords in your headlines, make your headlines more unique, and make your descriptions more unique. So you want to be ticking all of these boxes in order to gain that higher ad strength, and then that should help your campaign to perform better, help to get more clicks, and drive more revenue from your campaign. So let's look at how we would do that within this campaign here. So let's start with the headlines. We can see in this example there's only 3 out of 15 headlines added. So what we'd want to do, of course, is add 12 more headlines, and you can do that by clicking the plus icon and typing in your headlines here and expanding the number of headlines. Now, crucially, at the same time, you want to be adding keywords. So you can actually go and take a look at the keywords you're targeting within your search campaign and see how you can work those into the headlines. If your keywords are longer than the allowable number of characters, you have 30 characters here maximum, then you can always shorten those keywords. And as you're going through, you want to make sure that the headlines, of course, are going to be well suited to your business. They're going to include the features and benefits that your products and services offer in order to drive that click-through rate as well. You don't want to just include keywords for the sake of it if those keywords aren't going to be relevant and sound good when going within your headlines. So after you've added the 15 headlines, you can then move on to the descriptions. Now, descriptions, of course, you have 90 characters to work with. You can say a lot more within your descriptions, and you want to be adding the maximum number of descriptions as well, which is 4 descriptions. And you want to be using as much of that character count as you can. Anywhere from 80 to 90 characters is really the best place to be. If you can't use that amount, nothing's really working, then you can, of course, go a bit lower within 70 to 80 characters. But ideally, you want to be using as many of those characters as possible when adding in your descriptions. You then have a number of other asset types. You can add images, for example. But the most crucial areas are the headlines and the descriptions. And if you can, working keywords into those headlines and descriptions, because that's ultimately what's going to improve the relevance of your ad and help to drive a higher click-through rate. So I actually have an example here of an ad that is filled out with those headlines and descriptions. So you can see we've got 15 out of 15 descriptions here. We are using relevant keywords that are relevant to the service within those headlines, and we're using relevant descriptions, and we're using a lot of the character counts in those descriptions. So then looking at the ad strength is now excellent, and we're ticking all of these boxes. We're doing all of the things that Google recommends to do in order to hopefully increase that click-through rate, increase that conversion rate of your ad, or get it to be in a position where you're most likely to have that. Now, there's also another setting which is quite crucial here, which is you can pin headlines to a certain position. Now, if we were, for example, going to pin this to position 1, and we only did that with one headline as an example, that headline can only show in position 1. And because we have selected that headline to show there, then we're limiting what that headline can do and limiting what our ad can do. So the best practice for achieving a high ad strength is to not pin any of your headlines. And the benefit of this is that Google can test all of your headlines in different positions, in different combinations, to see what is going to work best. And giving that ability to do that testing can help, of course, to improve the click-through rate and the conversion rate for that ad. So to get the highest ad strength, generally you want to make sure that all of those headlines are unpinned. So I hope that's been useful and informative. If you need any assistance in setting up any of your own ads or getting a higher ad strength in your account, then feel free to contact us at contact@optimizelab.com. And thanks for watching.